So I will just piggyback on this historic meeting with such an announcement. And I just have a very small library I just want to show you guys. It's also quite young. Let me see. And share. So very quick introduction. It's called KubeLibrary. It's a robot framework KubeLibrary. It's a wrapper around the Kubernetes Python client, which is again a wrapper for the Kubernetes API, right? So Kubernetes being quite a nice framework for cloud applications, for container applications, and this KubeLibrary is enabling robot framework to basically check on all things inside Kubernetes. Yeah, I already said it's quite a young library, and I haven't started it myself. A nice DevOps engineer from Poland, his name is Michal, started this beginning of the year, and I just discovered it in July this month, and then I started to add more and more keywords to it because I have quite a lot of use for this kind of library while working on Humanitech, which is a deployment tool for Kubernetes essentially. And if you look at the keywords, you have a lot of nice keywords to assert certain things, like if a pod is up and running, you can even get container logs. You can check if, I don't know, config maps, which contain environment variables for your applications, are actually up and running, if health checks are resolving, if jobs are running, and so on. So a lot of objects are already exposed into keywords, but there's also a lot of things which are still missing because like Kubernetes is quite big. So there's a lot of room for more keywords, and I'm constantly adding things every week now since I need them in my test suites essentially. Yeah, so I like to highly encourage anyone who's working with Kubernetes or has their system under test running in Kubernetes to at least have a look at this library, because it will make your life easier. So just checking if a deployment is already done before you run your test suite, for example, that helps a lot with actually having a valid test report in the end. And if you want to look into it, there's a test case folder, and here's a lot of examples you can just pick up on or copy and paste to do certain things. Like, for example, check that certain containers have a specific container image, or using a specific container image, or things like that. So there's plenty of examples in here already to try things out and see if they work for you. And that's basically it. Do you have questions about this library?
It looks awesome. Do you use it at Humanitech already?
Yeah, I use it since the first day I discovered it because it helps me a lot. Like I need to, like in my tests, basically I run through the Humanitech platform, I run deployments, and then with this library I verify that actually the objects which I just wanted to have inside the Kubernetes cluster are actually being created. And this library helps me a lot. Before that, I was using the Kubernetes API directly to do similar assertions, and that's quite tedious to do. Like having this wrapped into nice keywords helps a lot.
Cool. It's a cool library. Thank you.
Thanks, Markus.
Any other questions? We still have like 7 minutes, so if somebody want to share something. No. All right. I think, yeah, My daughter is over there.
Hey, Pekka, do you hiding fast? Pekka, do you want to use this place maybe to tell something about plans of next releases? Like 2 minutes or something?
Is he still there?
He's on mute. Maybe he's still walking outside or something.
He's muted, but
Otherwise, I have a couple of things to say. Can I?
yes.